Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Hello, this is Master Marc Zirogiannis from Taekwondo Life Magazine Live. I am your host and the editor-in-chief of Taekwondo Life Magazine. We are a member of the Believe Network. Do you believe? Today, we are talking about the post-IVR headshot challenge world. And I would love to hear from coaches and competitors as to whether or not my thoughts are in line. You know, we have a perspective in the world, right, where we get an assessment of something, and especially today we have confirmation bias, which makes us think that our opinion and our position is right. But I, for one, am always open to hearing when I'm wrong and having that backed up. So, what are we talking about today? Well, during this year, there have been major and minor changes and some adjustments to Taekwondo's rules coming down from World Taekwondo as we approach the 2028 Olympics. It's not uncommon. It's not unusual. People get upset about rule changes, but every sport, NFL, baseball, there are tweaks to both the rules and the interpretation of the rules. Taekwondo is no different. So earlier this year, we saw very controversial, something that created a lot of potential backlash, a very bold and brave decision, which was that coaches were no longer going to be able to challenge headshots with their IVR request card. I, for one, was unsure whether this was the right way to go. I do, as a referee, what I am trained to do, and I follow the rules. And if someone asks my opinion, I provide it. But for me, as a matter of fairness, if the PSS is not recording headshots, I thought it was a great fix for coaches to be able to raise their card and have that adjudicated. Now, I did understand that it created a lot of stoppage time. It created a lot of delay. And therefore, the continuity of matches was slowed down significantly. And it was a balance of efficiency and excitement against potential fairness. Now, for a quick word from our sponsor. We're back. We're talking about headshot challenges. In reviewing some of the data from the past years, it seems that particularly in the US, around 80% of IVR challenge requests were headshot related. That's a huge number. Again, remember, this is not a judge's era. This is not a referee era, because as judges, we do not have the ability to score headshots. That is within the purview of the PSS system in electronic scoring. So if contact is made to the headgear or to the face and it doesn't score, there's nothing that the referees could do to remediate that. It's on the coach to raise that challenge. In the world since that has occurred, I'm really amazed, first of all, at how the coaches, the athletes, and even the referees have adapted. It was almost instantaneous, almost in the first events. Once in a while, I'd see an athlete raise their hand up in a circular fashion when they had a headshot that didn't go up, and a coach that would remind them we can no longer challenge that. But the reality of it is that they've made the adaptation quickly, and what I've seen is simply that athletes will not look to stop the match to have it reviewed, to have that 3 points, or in the event of, well, technical points is a little different, so I won't get into that, but essentially the base points considered. If they make that shot and it doesn't go up, they simply recalibrate and do something different. Maybe that's fight a little harder. Maybe that's go for a knockout. Maybe that's go for a body shot. Whatever it is that athletes and coaches do, however, the continuity aspect of it. The one thing that I noticed when we started this is there was so much less stoppage time that many of the athletes, especially in 3-round matches, were really, really cardiovascularly drained, unable to continue to fight. Many of them were breathless. And it was really quite amazing because they no longer had as much resting time, which means they no longer had as much time for audiences to be bored and for people to be standing around and for you want to talk about fairness, but perhaps it puts us in a situation now where people have the ability to recalibrate and re-strategize rather than fight. Now, again, as a testament to athletes and coaches, now we're in this system for quite some time. I don't see that at all. Athletes will go 3 rounds and the good athletes will not become winded and they'll continue to fight every second of the match. It's more exciting. It's more combative. It's more fun to watch. The challenges themselves now, when there are challenges, are far more sophisticated, which makes it far more interesting. They're far more determinative in many ways. But I haven't heard. We've gone through our state season here. We've gone through our regionals here for USAT. We've gone through our nationals. Another major organization has had their nationals. WT's had a number of events, including the Grand Prix in Roma. I was at the Belgian Open. I have not seen any pushback from anybody. I have not seen any call for the reinstatement of IVR challenges for headshots. Is that because people feel it's pointless? They feel the WT won't listen? No, I don't think that's the case. I think WT is receptive to feedback. However, I think people genuinely feel that this new game, despite any of the concerns, is a better game. It brings back a lot of the issues that people had talked about. There's more power and there's more attempt to, rather than be focused on scoring points, more about scoring knockouts and effectively using power. There's less quote unquote tricking of the system. And I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's exciting. And I think it speaks well for what we can expect from the 2028 Olympics. Remember, we're getting into that last year and there'll be the finalization of the rules. And then I will expect we won't see anything again in terms of rule changes or interpretations until after the Olympics. I'd love to hear your thoughts on IVR head challenges. This is Master Marc Zirogiannis. I look forward to seeing you on the mat, in the dojang, and on the street.
Do you believe